Rico Miller just confirmed something no one expected. Updates every 2 weeks. But even with 2 new modes, players are still disappearing. So, what's really going on? Today, I'll tell you everything. What's coming, what's already here, and the wild ideas that could either save this game or bury it for good. Stick around till the end because I've hidden a secret 2-digit number somewhere in the video. The first person to comment it wins 100 Robux via donate. Subscribe and drop a like to support this small but epic channel. Dead Rails is back, and it's about to get crazy. After a whole month of total silence, we finally have real news. Rico Miller, the developer of Dead Rails, has officially confirmed that updates are coming back, with a fixed schedule. Yep, just like the old days, new updates every 2 weeks. Now, I know a lot of you were convinced the game was dead. Honestly, same. Even I started to believe it. But I'm not giving up on this game, especially now that Rico is back in action. If the August updates are solid, I'm sure we'll see the player base start rising again. I mean, we could easily go back to 300,000 or even 400,000 active players. And I really hope that happens, because let's be honest, Dead Rails is still one of my favorite games. The real problem has always been the lack of fresh content. But with regular updates, that's about to change. The biggest thing coming, the new class mastery system. If you haven't heard about it yet, let me break it down. Now, every class will have levels. The more you use a class, the more it levels up, unlocking new gear and abilities. For example, you start as a vampire with the basic knife. But when you hit level 2, you might get bonus stats. At level 3, maybe a blood bottle or some special oil. The higher you go, the stronger you become. Finally, progression that actually feels rewarding. And that's not all. Rico also mentioned a complete rework of the class system. Not just adding levels, but actually fixing or redesigning the weak and forgotten classes. Let's be real, zombie and hunter classes. Right now, they're basically decorative. A full rework is exactly what they need. If the devs listen to the community, we might actually see this happen. Now, about the most recent update. It wasn't huge, but it brought back 2 special game modes: horse riding and Fool's Gold. In horse riding, every player turns into a horse, seriously, and there's no train. Complete it once, and you unlock the horse class for all modes. Simple, chaotic, and honestly, pretty fun. Then we have Fool's Gold. In this mode, you sell fake gold at a shady stall. The catch? You never know what you'll get. Sometimes it's money, other times items, or even enemies. If you're lucky, you might score the Fool's Key, a rare item that opens a secret house with a hidden challenge inside. But despite these 2 new modes dropping on July 27th, player numbers didn't rise. In fact, I think they dropped even more. Why? Well, Rico didn't announce anything. Not on Discord, not on Roblox, nowhere. He just dropped the update like, surprise. That doesn't work, man. If no one knows there's new content, no one's coming back. Still, the future looks promising. The Dead Rails Discord is full of crazy good ideas. Let me hit you with a few of the best. First up, the Train Depot. It'll be a new area with minor zombies and special tokens. Collect 5 tokens and you get 5% off when buying trains. Stack up to 60% off if you're lucky. That's game-changing. Then there's the Zombie Werewolf. A faster, scarier version of the regular werewolf, with less damage but way more jump scare potential. It wouldn't appear often, but when it does, you'll feel it. And this one's wild. The Japanese Palace, part of a region called Coastal Lands. The story goes that a Japanese warlord fled a civil war and brought a cursed katana to America. To get it, called Eclipse, you have to beat bosses, collect armor, and complete a massive final challenge. The sword? Massive AoE and long-range slashes. It's basically anime meets horror western. The coastal lands would also include Salt Marsh, filled with sunken ships, zombie fishermen, and a river shark boss named Riverjaw. Yes, a zombie shark that attacks if you try to cross the river without thinking. And guess what? You can use a fishing rod to save teammates from drowning. There's also the proposed Puppeteer class, a whole different kind of gameplay. Instead of fighting directly, you control a puppet that does all the combat. Your real body, super fragile. If your puppet dies, you have to rebuild it. But if you master it, you can even revive enemies and allies as puppets. Tactical chaos. Another banger idea, Dark Mandate mode. You must escort a VIP, a president or king, on a train headed to Mexico. They hide in a special armored wagon. If the enemies break in and kill the VIP, you lose. But if you succeed, you get huge rewards, exclusive wagons, buffs, and tons of tokens. Let's talk Contaminated Train. It's a glowing green train full of radiation. It weakens zombies around it and looks absolutely sick. Doesn't change the core gameplay, but visually, it's fire. Then we have the Crashed Airship, a high-risk zone full of mechanical zombies and bandits. They turn the wreckage into a fortress. Inside, you'll find exclusive loot, and maybe even train upgrades. Or how about the Cure Delivery mission? You ride in a heavy armored train, delivering a special cure to civilian houses. You only get one shot. At night, zombies attack in waves, and you can't build any defenses. Your only goal? Survive and save the people. More content ideas? Buckle up. We've got the Snake Oil Factory, a closed factory full of gas chambers, rare loot, and a creepy boss. If you survive, you walk out with gold bars, unique weapons, and bragging rights. What about a prestige system? Complete challenges, prestige, and unlock powerful perks. Finally, a reason to keep grinding. Let's throw in new landmarks too. A native village with a pet cemetery that revives allies. A watchtower filled with ammo and traps, but guarded by a deadly sniper. A traveling circus with a zombie line that breaks out mid-show. Defeat it and get its whip as a weapon. Or a Wild West saloon packed with loot, tokens, and maybe a secret boss. Look, Dead Rails still has massive potential. The ideas are out there, the players are ready. Now the devs just need to act and communicate better. Let me know in the comments which idea you want to see in the game. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, Dead Rails isn't dead. It's just waiting for the perfect moment to come back swinging.